Hello, fabulous scholars. It's time for another episode of Cooking Up Weather with Ms. Lund. Today we're looking for a pot of gold. That's right, we are going to make rainbows. And I am on location, as you can see, outside because there's an ingredient that we need for rainbows that I can't get in my kitchen. Can you guess what it is? That's right, sunshine. Without sunshine, without light, you don't get rainbows because what rainbows are is separating all the colors that are mixed together in this bright light shining on me right now into their separate selves. The other ingredient, of course, that you need is, right, rain. Well, we don't have rain, but I'm using a cup of water instead. I actually picked a measuring cup because it's easier to hold the handle. And so you just have to hold it so that the sunlight shines through the water. The water acts like something called a prism, and it separates the lights into its different colors. Now, it's really hard to see it. You don't want to just look through the water at the sunlight. That's really bad. Don't do that. But what you should do is hold the water so that the light shines through it onto some paper. Can you see, scholars, that bright white light? And as I move my water closer and further from the paper, it starts to make a rainbow. Can you see it right there? It's not big, but it's there. I can see the colors, for sure, the primary colors, red and yellow and blue. Oh, there's a nice one. So if you're trying this at home, you'll want some paper. I put mine on a clipboard so it doesn't blow away. A nice sunny day. And a clear glass, and it works best with glass, of water. And then you just have to use your temperance and your fortitude and move the glass back and forth a little bit and see if you can make a rainbow. Ooh, I'm seeing a lot of colors there. Isn't that cool? The neat thing about the rainbows is the colors are always in the same order, with red on the top and purple or violet on the bottom. That's why we learned the Roy G. Biv, right? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And if you're like, but Ms. Lund, in the rainbow on that paper, I see red twice and I see some green twice. That's true, scholars. I think my cup is actually making a double rainbow. And so again, as you play around with it, maybe you can make a bigger rainbow, easier to see the different colors. Sometimes all I see is the red or the blue. It's hard to get all the 6 or 7 colors of the rainbow. But again, you can experiment with a little bit. Another thing that you could use if you have one at home is an actual prism. That's a piece of glass that's been cut so it's got lots and lots and lots of sides to it, but it works the same way. You hold it so that the light is shining through the prism onto the paper, and then you should be able to make, in this case, hopefully lots and lots of rainbows. Just like with the glass, you might have to try it further and closer, right? Sometimes it's just still the white light, and sometimes it's the rainbows. I bet some of you have a prism hanging in your house, right? Making those rainbows. So I have to say, rainbows can be tricky. The light has to hit the prism or the glass of water just right to separate it. That's why we don't get a rainbow every time it rains. It has to be just at the right angle. But it's so beautiful. And again, it doesn't cause any tornadoes or hurricanes, so that's good. So I hope, scholars, that you take the time to make your own rainbow and see if you can see the 7 colors in order. Red at the top, then orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, which is like a bluish purple, and violet. The other thing I want to point out before I say goodbye is notice that it goes primary color, secondary color, primary color, secondary color, cheating a little bit, tertiary color, and then secondary color. Isn't that neat? So fabulous, scholars, I hope you find many rainbows and maybe even a pot of gold. And if you do, remember your fabulous 2nd grade teacher. Until then, this has been Cooking Up Weather with Ms. Lund. See you next time, scholars. Bye.